My type is changing, and I couldn't be more fucking thankful. To think that all I ever wanted to date was a street nigga is crazy. A nigga that can go days without talking to his girl. A nigga that can't even make it back home at a decent hour to end the night with his girl. A nigga that might need you to answer the phone and press one if he was to ever get jammed up. A nigga that you very well could get jammed up with if he was to get caught up and you in the same vicinity. Bruh, I need your time. I need to know that when you not with me, you safe. I need to know that you not gonna turn me into your prison bay while I wait 3 years for you to get the fuck out of jail. Like, I'm not with that shit. That inconsistent shit might be cool to y'all, cause you getting to check out these niggas, but I need me and mine to be from here. Money cannot replace the fact that that nigga is never around for movie dates. You can't even go to certain neighborhoods because you gotta watch out for the ops. The fact that you gotta sleep alone at night and you got a whole man. Money cannot replace that shit. And God forbid you have kids with the nigga. Now he claim he doing it for the kids, but if you go to prison, what you really do for the kids? If you was doing it for the fucking kids, you get a job. You get a career. I need my nigga attentive in every area. I could care less about you buying me a bag if I got the same exact bags under my eyes from dealing with you.
Ladies, this is for you. This message is for you. We are too old to be dating a drug dealer, okay? After your 30s, you should know better. No, I'm serious. Like, I'm not even lying. Like, I think after a certain age, okay, like maybe in your early 20s, 19, I mean, it's never cool, but I'm saying maybe in your little early 20s, 19, whatever, 22, 23, you're pushing it. But after 30, come on, like, we got to do better. And why do you want to live like that anyway? You get what I'm saying? Like, why do you want to date somebody who can potentially bring you down? I don't understand. And some girls be like, yeah, no, it's not cute. After 30, you should not be dating drug dealers, period. I used to date this scammer, and I remember every single day I used to be scared because I used to be like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know if he's going to get locked up. Like, when your man leaves the house, it's worse enough that, anything can happen, a car accident, whatever. But to know that he's putting himself in crime or he's putting himself in danger every single day, who wants to live like that? Who wants to be scared every single day?
Be a story time. I'm going to try to make this story short but sweet, but it might end up having several parts, which I might not get to tonight. But the story is about how I got robbed when I was a drug dealer's baby mama, okay? So before I go on with the story, I just want to tell everyone that, I'm not that girl anymore. I don't live that lifestyle anymore. I definitely know what that lifestyle is and what it's all about. And I don't advocate for anybody to be in that lifestyle, because normally what happens is the women just end up lonely while the person is either dead or in a federal prison serving many, 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 many years. So, yeah, it's so many things that I could teach on this platform, but I could probably create my whole platform just off of this material alone. But I just want to tell this story because it's so important. And yeah, it was very scary when it happened. So just to give you some background about the story, again, I was 18, 19 years old. I'm now 44, so just to let you know, that was so many years ago. So anywho, I was living on a side of town that, I wasn't familiar with. Like, I moved on that side of town, I guess because the house was cheap or whatever. So, we didn't know a lot of people on that side of town. I put it to you that way. And we had a little nosy neighbor, and he knew what time it was. He knew what my child's father was doing or whatever. He knew he was selling drugs. And one day, like, I had went up the street to the neighborhood store, and it was a guy up there, and he was flirting with me. You know what I'm saying? So at the time, like, I didn't think anything of it. I'm just like, oh, okay, he flirting or whatever. And, I kind of giggled it off. But I remember him saying, like, what's your name? And I told him my name. But then he was like, oh, you cute. Where you stay at? And I was like, I stay down the street. I didn't give him no more information than I stay down the street, right? And so, again, I wasn't paying this any attention when I told this person I stayed down the street. I had never seen him before. Like, the town we stay in is small, and everybody knows everybody, and I didn't know this person. So, you know, he continued on. Like, I was in front of him in the line. So, I oh, another thing he said that should have made me think that something was weird is that he was looking at my herringbone. Like, I had a big old thick herringbone chain, like real fat. Y'all know how popular those was back in the day. And
Were you guys together before or after? Did you meet before or after he got incarcerated? Did
We
you meet
met
him
before, but we started dating while he was in there, just in the midst of conversations, just on some keep your head up type shit.
Okay, so on the streets, you guys weren't a couple.
No, we knew each other, but we weren't a couple.
Okay, that's interesting. I find that real interesting.
I wouldn't date nobody in jail.
And I
if
thought
any-
that.
and if anybody
I
goes to
understand
jail
that.
that knows
I'm
me,
trying to
I
find a way to
thought that.
word
I'm
this
gonna be
without
like, I'll see you when
offending,
you get
but
out.
I
find
thought that as well.
I can't hold you down.
I thought that for myself as well. And I've had my brother has been incarcerated. My dad has been incarcerated. I've been going to prisons for visits since I was damn near 2 years old.
I wouldn't visit
So
my dad.
I thought I already had that in my head. Like, I don't want to, like, that's not for me. But like I said, it's when you run into, at least for me in my experience, when you run into that person that you actually have that connection with, you start compromising things. That's why they say never say never. That's what life is. You start experiencing shit like, damn, I never said I'd be here. Now look at me. Here I am. Like,
I have a question
So what was
for
the
you.
hold on. Let me ask her one. What was the deciding factor that you decided, like, you know what, we finna become a couple after he got incarcerated? Because most women would have been like, we ain't even talking on the streets. Once you go to jail, it's a wrap. So two things to me is, I'm looking at the woman going, something got to be wrong with her, or this nigga got the best cap in the world. So which one is it? Because let's just be honest. Shout out to all the women that's holding men down in jail. Shout out to all of y'all. Trust me.
I'm not.
We need more of y'all. But I always say, any woman that's in the free world freelancing that can be cracked by somebody in jail, something wrong with her.
no, but
That she
make,
can't-
That's
cannot-
disrespectful.
No, I'm just saying, you're in the free world. You have access to all these free men that's out here, but you revert
but
to somebody
there's free
in
men
jail.
out here that are sitting here mistreating women. They don't do
beating
right
them
by
and
them.
everything.
And my thing is, why is it that when a man goes to jail, it's like he loses his value? It's like you hear people saying, free this person, free that person. But then when even she made a comment, I don't think she noticed, she said something about like, I don't want no nigga that's in jail, that's this, that's that. And it's like a person loses their value. But half the time, some of these people are in jail for things that aren't necessarily fair. This man, he's been in jail for almost 5 years for a fight over a parking spot. So it's like it doesn't make sense that a person loses their value because they go to prison.
Well, you have to know what men are valued for and what men are considered valuable for. So for me to go to jail, that literally takes away all my value. I can do nothing for my family.
But that's the
behind
thing. Maybe
But
you
you
couldn't when
win.
you were
You
incarcerated,
got
but
out.
my man
That's
still
fine.
took care of me when he was incarcerated. Like I said, there's a lot of money in there. So my man still took care of me. My man is the reason why I went back to school. He paid for my tuition for me to go back to school and get my degree. So you want to know what the deciding factor was? There you go. There's the deciding factor.
Okay,
when you
so
have somebody that's actually contributing
have
to their
kids?
household. Yeah, I do have a daughter.
Okay, so how can anyone help your kids behind the jail cell? Sitting in the jail cell.
By
can
treating me
do
right
nothing
and
for
letting
my
my
kids.
daughter see a man that treats me right, regardless of where he is. He doesn't disrespect me, like in front of my daughter. He doesn't disrespect me behind
He
closed
can't.
doors.
He's in jail.
Yeah, you can. You can call a woman a bitch all day. and
How
tell
can
her
I
she
call
ain't
you a
shit. She
bitch
can't-
from jail?
on
over
the phone.
How can your daughter hear me talking to you on the
Speakerphone.
phone in
What are you
jail?
talking about? You act
You
like
can
I'm only
hear.
on the phone with my man when I'm in the room or something, or I'm only on the phone when I'm in the bathroom. It's like I said, your ideas, sometimes you box in these ideas to where it's like, this is the only way that
It's
this could
multiple
be
ways
the
to disrespect.
situation.
I'm not
Disrespect.
boxing in. I'm just this sounds fucking insane. I'm just be real.
I
Mind you,
believe you.
I've been to jail, so I know how it feel to be in there, and I'm not shitting on nobody that's in
And
there.
how would it have
And
felt
I'm
to
not
have somebody
shitting-
that actually gave a fuck about you while you was in there?
It
How
would
would it have
have
felt?
felt great. No, see, now you're taking it personal. I'm
No,
saying
I'm not.
no.
But you need some personal.
I don't.
I'm
You
not
do.
taking it personal.
No, 'cause I'm
just
asking
saying,
her.
You do.
I know how much he values me because I was there, and I know how much I value him because I didn't reach certain levels when I was messing with niggas that were out on the streets. I was messing with the same nigga for almost 10 years and didn't elevate at all. I started messing with a nigga in jail who I'm sitting down. They not distracted. He's not that a distraction. I'm not trying to figure out where he at. I'm not trying to figure out what bitches he talking to. My nigga's on the phone with me and at the time he
Ooh, hold on, Red. See, I was gonna go there,
What?
but you just said it for me.
what?
When I say women that usually are in the position that choose the position that you chose,
Mm-hmm.
it's usually something wrong with them, and you just
What's wrong?
blurted out a bunch of red flags.
What?
So you talked all this uplifting shit, all this he helping me this shit and this and that. But when I ran down, what you just ran down the list was, I ain't worried about where he at. I ain't worried about what bitches he fucking.
I
ain't
said
worried
it's not
about
a distraction. I
Right.
said he's less of a. I said it's less of a distraction.
right. So it
It's
sounds
less of a
like
distraction.
you enjoy the control factor.
There's no control factor.
So
That's
why
what it
was that
sounds
on
like
your
when
list?
you
So
be
why
trying
was
to-
that on your list?
Because
after this whole
because I
sp-
said
hold on,
I've
listen.
been dealing with guys who are on the street and they are more of a. It was more of a distraction. I didn't elevate at all.
So you choose.
And I got with someone who was
Right.
able to contribute to my elevation.
So you choosing someone that's in jail who can't do the type of things that men in the free world can
But he
do.
could. He
that
could
helps
cheat
you
on me.
elevate.
He could cheat on me. He could literally talk to any other bitches that he wanted to. But he chose not
Audience,
to.
Did y'all hear what she just said? Did y'all hear what she just said? This is I didn't want to take personal jabs at you. I'm
Go
glad you
ahead.
brought it out yourself, because when you went on this whole tirade, this nigga, what's the deal, fool? Hey, you should have got on camera. When you went on this whole tirade about how he's uplifted, all that shit sounded good. But
Yeah.
then when you start running down the checklist, it sounded like
Balance.
fear.
Do you
So-
know? Did we not talk about balance?
Are you fearful of dating a man in the free world?
No, I'm not fearful of dating a man in the free world, but I'm not gonna sit here and not date the man that I'm with because he's in prison, because there are men in the free world. I'm not gonna give up this man who has actually helped me elevate, literally, like I said, helped me get my degree. He paid for my degree. The nigga that I was with before that was out, didn't contribute to that. So why would I
Yeah,
turn
but the
around?
guy that was out doesn't represent all guys in the
Okay,
free
but
world.
the nigga before that didn't either.
Right.
And the nigga before that.
But
and the
that's-
nigga before that.
Okay, that's a pattern.
So
And
yeah,
the only
and I changed my
common-
pattern.
The only common denominator in that pattern is who?
Okay, this video goes to the girls who are currently dating somebody incarcerated. And you guys don't know each other, okay? You guys do not know each other, because it's a different story when you guys know each other. They get locked up and they get out. So different than when you meet them in there. Okay, so this is for you. Girl, don't do it. Nah, just kidding. Just kidding. No, I wasn't gonna say that because my man got out 2 years ago. But I'm gonna give you a little like advice, or get it straight to your head, because the people that haven't gone through it is gonna tell you all these things, you know, and the people that have been through it, you should maybe like pay attention a little bit. Girl, as soon as you spoke to this man on the phone, obviously you were like, okay, how many girls have you been talking to? Yes. They're talking to a bunch of bitches. Yes. Because they're just feeling the same way. They don't know if it's gonna last with you. Let's be real. They don't know. They're like, oh my God, like, what if I'm wasting my time with this girl? You know? Da-da-da-da-da. Okay? Yes, let's be real. Now, if you are toxic and monitor that phone calls and okay, girl, props to you. I didn't get to that level. I wanted to know, but I didn't. My ego just did not let me. Anyways, it's not Romeo and Juliet. When they come out, it's not cute. It's not The Notebook. Nope. It's rough. You meet a whole different man. But you got to meet the soft person while they're in prison. So you need to get to that point again. You gotta get to find that person again, because when they come out, it's different, super different. Unless they're ugly. No, I'm just kidding. And when they and so it took me a whole year and a half to really get to know this man. I mean, I'm still learning him every day. I love him, but it was rough. He came out 2 years ago, wasn't halfway house a year, and then technically he's been like a year and a few months free, ankle monitor free. And it's been good. It's been rough. I love the man. You know, it took time for him to adapt to my son because it's not his kid. But now we're a happy, beautiful family. We're going to get married soon. And yeah, so now it's Romeo and Juliet. Now I feel like I'm in the whole Notebook era. And I finally got to that soft era of him. Get me? But it was hard. Super hard. Don't expect it to be pretty Girl, I expected the worst, and the worst happened. But we're finally good. So it's up to you. We really love this man. I did not want to waste the years I waited for him. But, I mean, maybe I could have chose a different route. But at the end of the day, things happen for a reason. And we're good. We're good. We're hood. We're good. In the hood.
This is me addressing like all the little hate comments I be getting on my page. First off, Sister Prison Wives Unite. First off. And then secondly, y'all always say, oh, what if he leave? What if he leave? But what if he stay? What if he come home and stand on what he say? Then what you gonna be saying? Like, then I'll be like, look at me. Do it look like I be down about a nigga? No. I'm not ugly. Baby, if he do come home and leave, guess what? I'ma turn around and be up by tomorrow. Like we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. Power to the people. We don't give a fuck. My TikTok is for fun. I'm sharing my journey because I've never been in this situation. I thought it was funny. Man, jealous. Cause I ain't paying nobody.
You know what's so funny? And I did a short on this. Y'all probably see a short before this video for sure. But thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. You know what's funny? Women would say men are dangerous and men are so dangerous they choose to bear. But dude, you search the sex offenders list and they boyfriends and husbands be on the list. You know, life after lockup. They got whole communities on social media dedicated to these women waiting for Pookie and Ray Ray to get out of the penitentiary. They pedestalized hood ninjas. We talked about the woman who was talking about, you know, hood ninjas. Remember that? And how women shouldn't deal with hood ninjas and she had to learn. And at the end of the day, she learned her way. And I remember somebody asked me, like, you know, why do you have a problem with her message? I don't have a problem with the message. My thing is this. Who is you saving? Women don't listen. And she ain't going to reach not one woman who going to listen to her. They going to do what they want to do. But they sit here and say men are so dangerous. And they deal with the most dangerous men. Nicki Minaj is married to a sex offender. How many women? I remember my homie mama, dog. I always bring him up. And I just ran into him again, dude. My homie mama, fine. I ain't gonna say his name, but his mama, fine. Dog, she's taller too. So on the woman's side, she might like 5'9", 5'10". She ended up being with a dude who did 20 years in the penitentiary. He did 20 years in the penitentiary, and long story short, she chose that nigga over her son. And honestly, I know everybody involved. He wanted the best for the son. You know, it ended up working out. Right? He's a productive society member of society, you know, married, whatever. You know, but y'all be like, men are so dangerous, but y'all mess with the most dangerous dudes. Am I lying? These dudes be messing with straight up murderers, drug dealers, flunkies, drug addicts, niggas who don't have cars. That's what be blowing my fucking mind. Men are so dangerous that you deal with the most dangerous, dusty, broke dudes. My favorite thing is when you meet a woman. What happened? Well, me and my last guy just didn't have any money, and they deal with brokies. They deal with busters. They deal with criminals, and then be like, "Oh, a random man at the grocery store is so much." Girl, you sleeping right next to a murderer. You sleeping right next to a dude who sell half tracks. You sleeping right to a dude who's still selling half O's, and he fucking 35 years old, 25, 30 years old. You are with criminals. But you complain about a random, productive, clean-cut man approach you at the grocery store. And you mess with criminals. Let that marinate on your mind like Nick Bone Juice, like Country Wayne said. Let just think about that for a minute. Think about that for a minute. oh, men are so dangerous that I'm gonna go out there. And I told y'all about say get the Patreon and try to find the first video. I'm gonna try to pin it. Find the first video. One of the first videos I did was these women in a group talking about their confessions. One woman said she met a guy on Tinder. He had her smoking meth and robbing banks. He ghosted her. Let's just keep it a bean, dog. Let's keep it 100. Y'all like the criminals. It's fine. We fine with it. But my message is this. I don't care who you like, who you screw. But do y'all see what y'all doing? All the good black dudes out there, all the good men out there, right? They looking at this and saying, oh, man, ain't no good women left. I got to go elsewhere. Or I just got to purchase it. Look at your message. It's turning the good to bad. The good guys out there, the good women out there, you know, some of the guys, I don't know, you know. But y'all be talking about, well, I'd rather, men are dangerous if they come and talk to me at the club. You're dangerous if you talk to me at the gas station. You're sleeping with a felon. You're sleeping with a drug dealer who's got beef. He sleeps with the fucking 38 under his pillow. Y'all glamorize or pedestalize the RN nurse and the drug dealer. That blows your freaking mind. But when it comes to somebody who's clean cut, like that brother that said that about, I tried to talk to women in the grocery store, she was like, he's dangerous. This old man who's part of a fraternity, I forget which one he say, who just got divorced, he's dangerous. But y'all daughters are saying y'all boyfriends. I seen a chick on TikTok today talking about her mama went on a girls trip and her father and her stepfather tried to get her. Her mother chose her stepfather over her, and that was her husband. And she's telling TikTok they don't lead the criminals. They don't lead the criminals. They stick by the criminals through thick and thin. They leave them good men quick. Don't forget that. They don't lead them criminals. That lets you know their character. When they with criminals and sex offenders, and that lets you know the caliber of woman. Hate to say this about people, mothers and sisters. That just shows you they true caliber of what they really about. Especially if they good looking and they chose all the guys they could have chosen, they chose that. That lets you know exactly what they're about. So and how effed up they really are. But hey, hit the link in the description, join the Patreon. Peace.